Good morning from Montauk. I am here at Ditch Plains Beach. This is a treasured spot among surfers. It's like, look at this guy going into the water. Oh, here comes another guy. Yeah, it's just so beautiful here. Let's get into our little, oops. Looks like my camera fell down. Wasn't screwed in properly. All right, let's get it set up. Good morning, I hope you're doing well. Little bit late starting today, but sometimes that happens. All right, let's come to a seated position. Hope you're doing well today. It is absolutely spectacular this morning in Montauk. I'm so happy to be here. There is one last beach that's near the lighthouse. I think we're going to go to that one. Today is day 32 of our 40 days of our 6:30 a.m. yoga for 30 minutes, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's come into a seated position, cross that strange leg in front just to get used to the idea of rebalancing your body. Yeah, it's a simple thing to do, but it can start rebalancing you. Great. Let's go ahead and start breathing through the nostrils, lengthening the back of the neck, pushing that occipital bone up towards the ceiling. Inhaling deeply. It's just amazing how you can actually push it with your hands, how much just pushing that occipital bone, that's that bone back there, pushing that up really opens the windpipe. And if you can try to keep it there, you don't want your chin to be in like this all the time, but you can bring your chin out just a little bit, but try to keep the length in the back of your neck, and that'll start your posture on a good basis. Let's open up our shoulders here. We're going to take their thumbs like this. We're just going to rotate the arms in the arm socket, back and forth, back and forth. Pushing the thumbs back, but not pinching the back. Making sure the jaw is nice and relaxed, the eyes, everything. Just letting that pec minor, that's what that is, that little teeny muscle right there, open up. And then we're gonna keep the shoulder very quiet and then turn the palm to face the mat. Let's take our hands over to the knees. Can you keep the shoulders quiet? And bring your hands into Namaskar Mudra. And still keep them quiet. Let's close our eyes. And have like a slight smile on your lips, just a little bit of a smile, lifting up the corners of your eyes, lifting up your cheekbones, meeting the day with a smile, with a positive expectation. And let's just take a moment to invite some silence into our lives. Rubbing the hands together vigorously, heating up the palms. Bring the warm palms over the closed eyes. Inhale deeply through the nostrils. Exhale deeply through the nostrils, stretching the back of the neck, pushing that occipital bone up towards the ceiling. And opening the eyes behind the palms, circling the eyes to the right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing the eyes, relaxing the eyes. Inhale deeply, big smile. Slight smile. If you want to do a big smile, you can. Yes, another day. And opening the eyes behind the palms again. This time we're going to go to the left, circling the eyes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the eyes, relax the eyes, inhale deeply through the nostrils. Sitting up very, very tall on your sit bones, lengthening the back of the neck, pushing the shoulders down, and let the hands come down and open the eyes. And congratulations, the hard work is over. Here comes a puppy. Here comes the puppy. Come here, puppy. Come here. Come here, puppy. Come here. Okay. You just want to sniff everything. Hi there. So cute. Oh, animals. Aren't they just the best? They make our lives so rich. I love them so much. Dogs, cats, horses, fish, gerbils. We had them all when we were kids. Let's go ahead and stretch to the side. We're going to come over to the right first. You're going to put your right elbow down and then lift up your left arm over and look up under that left arm. Inhaling deeply through the nostrils. Exhaling deeply through the nostrils. And then reaching up and over. Let's go to the other side. It's just so great to wake up the side body. You want to try to get the elbow and the hip down if you can. Try. It's more important that the hip's down and then you try to get the elbow. You could do the elbow first, but it's a better stretch, I believe, if you put that hip down first and look up under your right arm. Coming back to the center. Let's go ahead and take the left hand, put it on the right knee and look over the right shoulder. And what we're going to do is really hold the eye in the right corner of your eye. Hold it there. This is a vagus nerve reset. Hold it there. Hold that eye there. And gently release and come back to the center. It's a weird thing. It's a vagus nerve reset thing that I read about. It's very cool where you hold your eyes in the corner of your eye and it resets it. Let's go to the other side. I'm going to go over the left shoulder this time. Oh, wow. You can see all the surfers now. Dang. There's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17 of them in the water over there. Holding the eyes in the left corner just a little bit longer. And come back to center line. Doesn't that feel great? Let's go on ahead and do our easy V with our legs. Rocking the legs, feeling that hip joint. Boy, that feels good. Let's do a little twisty twist, okay? Coming over to the right all the way. Coming back around through the center. Twisting all the way to the other side. This time, let's reach really far forward over the legs as far as you can. And then reach as far back as you can. Reaching out as you come through the legs. And go around to the other side. Oh, that feels so good. And coming back to center. And now we're just going to let ourselves drape over the front of our legs. You can just go like this if you want to on your elbows. You could go all the way on your forehead if you can. You could put your chin down on the ground if you want to. You could also, if you have a block, stretch forward. Take a moment just to breathe and greet the day. Oh, our bodies just love it so much when we take care of them. They're just like, yes, yes, please, stretch me more. Please, make me stronger. Yeah, feed me good food. And just let yourself drape over that right leg. Now, I'm letting my hip come back, and I'm like, ooh, I have to be conscious of that to twist that the other way. And then I get a beautiful stretch deep within my fascia. I'm really feeling it going up the spine here and around underneath. Almost matching the angle of the QL or something, but it's really great. Oh, yeah. Oh, so subtle, right? It's just such a subtle thing to roll that hip back, and you're going to have such a different experience. And what it is actually is you're activating your fascia. You're kind of stretching that, cylinder of fascia. It's like going, oh, you found an edge. And I think that's what a lot of ballet is about, is finding that edge. And here I am. I'm going to go ahead and push that right hip back. Oh, yes. I'm going to feel without. Okay, there's that stretch. And then I'm going to try with that rolling back. Wow, it's so different. Oh, yes, feeling so good. Let's come into the butterfly pose. In our Titipasana. Paro. Schmetterling. I think Schmetterling is a cute word for butterfly, isn't it? Schmetterling. Very nice. Okay, let's stretch our legs. Oh, look, a little puppy. Flex your feet back. That was adorable. Flex your feet back. Crunch your toes. Flex the toes. crunch the toes, flex the toes, crunch the toes, flex the toes. Now, keep the toes flexed, push the ball of the foot forward, and then you're gonna crunch your toes. Crunch your toes as hard as you can. Now you're gonna flex your toes as hard as you can. Crunch, flex, crunch, flex, crunch, flex. Now you're gonna lengthen the toes. Lengthen, crunch, lengthen, crunch, lengthen, crunch, lengthen, flex, lengthen, crunch, lengthen, flex, flex the foot back, and let's do circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, that feels so good to wake up the feet. Let's wake up our hands too. We're gonna do this where we spread our fingers like this, then you put your thumb underneath your palm, and then you wrap the fingers around it, okay? And you're gonna go open and close, 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 open and close. Now, circle just the wrists. Just the wrists. Try not to move your shoulders or your arms. See if you can separate. I'm kind of better at it with my right than my left. My left is a little dorky. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, so that's a good thing to do. If ever you're in a class and your wrist is hurting, stop immediately, okay? That's a big thing you never want to do, is when you have a wrist injury in yoga, is to keep going, because you're just going to exacerbate the problem. The wrist is so delicate and we need to protect it. So if you feel any pain in your wrist, do this immediately, and then don't do that exercise. Maybe come back to it the next day, push up to that point of the pain, and then stop immediately. And slowly you can build the strength. Let's go ahead and stretch our hands back like this. Stretching all the fingers. Stretching the thumb. To the other side. Left hand, just push those fingertips back. Oh, it just feels so nice, doesn't it? To push that back like that. And let the hands release. All right, let's come on to all fours. We're gonna make sure the hands are active when you're in this position, because you got weight on those wrists, and make sure the fingertips are active. That'll help defray some of that weight. And we're gonna curl the toes under. We're gonna lift the knees up of the mat just a few inches, just to fire up our core. Holding it there. Somebody's walking by. And let the knees come down and push back into down dog. Let your head rest on the mat. Curving the tailbone under, reaching the fingertips, getting a nice stretch through the back body. Breathing deeply, feeling the air coming into your lungs to the sides. That's what we want to start to explore as you deepen your yoga practice, is different ways of breathing. The belly breathing is correct. That's one way. But this, when you're in this position, your belly's kind of compressed, and you can just really feel your lungs opening sideways. You feel that? Oh, that reminds me. I was in a show in New York one time, and I played Angela Volare, this angel, and I was coming to life, and I had these wings that were attached to my back. So I started doing that, like, with my back, and it made the wings sort of come out a little bit, and it looked like I was coming to life. I just remembered that moment. Isn't that funny? Wow. Okay, let's come back onto all fours. Curling the toes under. Let's push back into down dog. Wow, that was a nice moment. God, that was in 19... so long ago. It's so amazing. Into your down dog, really feeling it. Maybe you want to push one hand and one hip to the side, just to kind of feel all that. Bend your knees, maybe walk your dog, as they say, and then settle into the stillness of the pose. I think it's okay to wiggle around a little bit to find where you should be, but then it's about embracing the stillness. Okay, let's walk the hands back towards the legs and hang over the legs. Make sure you say yes, no with your head, so there's no tension in that head. Yeah, maybe let your jaw go a little, check in with your tongue, see if it's like not stuck to the roof of your mouth or something, and your eyes are relaxed. Inhaling deeply through the nostrils. And then see if you can see where your weight is. Is it in your heels? Is it in your toes? Maybe rock back and forth a little bit, front and back.
And then find that center point where your weight should be over the middle of your arch. And you're going to feel equal weight in the ball of the foot as well as the heel. It's going to feel equal. It shouldn't be more in one than the other. And then try to keep that feeling in that arch as you roll up. That's going to be the thing you're thinking about, is keeping your weight over that arch all the way up. Good morning, good morning.
All right, let me adjust the camera. So we are. Aha, you can see my shadow. Isn't this amazing? Look at this landscape. Can you believe this place? Yeah. Montauk is so amazing. Let me just go back. I'm going to tilt a little bit here. Okay. Great. Okay, let's come to the top of the mat. We're going to do our sun salutations. And then we're going to take time in each position today. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into the Namaskara Mudra. And just feel that position. Lengthening through the legs. Lengthening the back of the neck like we did when we were seated. Breathing deeply through the nostrils. And then we're going to raise our arms up on the inhale. Reaching up, 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 up. If you want to, you can arch back if you feel like that's what you want to do. And let's come forward to 90 degrees. We're going to stay at 90 degrees, lengthening the spine. Feel like you're pulling your fingertips. Someone is pulling your fingertips, so you're not in your heels. See how I'm back in my heels? We're kind of doing arch awareness today. Yeah, maybe that's the theme of today, is arch awareness. Keeping the weight over the middle of the arch. Your heels should be able to come off the ground pretty easily. Keep reaching, and then reach out as you come all the way down to hanging over your legs. And make sure you're still on that center of the arch. Arch awareness. Lift your toes. Lift your toes. Let your toes relax. Lift your toes. See if you can keep the weight out of the toes. They should be in between the big toe ball, baby toe ball, and heel. That's your triangle. And feel that triangle. Let the head say, no, no, no. Okay, now put the hands on the shins as you inhale, coming back to that straight back. Now, if you have a lot of stretch, you could do it from here. You could have your hands and then your fingertips are lined up with your toes. That's a more advanced stance if you want to do it. You could do it here. You could do it here. You could be like this. Many forms. Don't think that just the way somebody else is doing it is the only way to do it. And you're going to exhale, putting the hands on the mat, step back into the plank, and we're going to hold the plank here for just a minute. And kind of rotate your elbows so that the crease of your elbow is facing forward more, because you're going to hinge directly back. You're not going to go out to the sides when you do the yoga chaturanga. Okay, and then slowly, see how slowly maybe you can go all the way down. Yes. And now you're going to tighten your tummy. Inhaling up into the cobra. Tighten that tummy, tighten the tummy. Tighten your tummy. Wow, look at all those surfers. Holding it there, pushing your hands in. Hand awareness. Curl those toes under and then push yourself back into down dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale deeply through the nostrils. Letting the rib cage expand sideways. We set that up earlier, remember, when we were feeling our rib cage? Yeah, it's wonderful. There's so much air in there. I learned it from an opera teacher how to do that. That was just, she opened my world to breathing. I didn't even know it was possible. And I think that's 2 breaths. Now we're going to walk forward towards our hands and go straight into that straight back. Or you could be here. You could be here.
And let yourself melt down over your feet. Did you forget about your arches? Make sure you're over the center of your foot. You can rock back and forth a little bit to check in. See if you're over the middle of your foot. Might be a little farther forward than you think. It might be a little farther back than you think. And slowly, arch awareness. Think about the weight of your body on the arch of your foot as you're coming up. Arch, 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 arch. On the inhale, all the way up. Arching back. And coming back into Namaskar Mudra. Wow, we did one sun salutation. That was pretty intense, wasn't it? Let's do a couple of other things. I'm going to do the twist. I like this twisting things. I think it's so good for your spine. So what we're going to do is you're going to take your left leg and you're going to step forward, and your right leg is going to be back on a little angle, and you're going to bend your knee, come into Namaskar Mudra, and then you're going to bring your elbow onto the other side, if you can, of your thigh. You might be on your thigh like this, and the thing you want to do is push your hands down so that the middle of your hands are in the sternum. So they're not at the shoulder here. Try to see if you can twist until you get your prayer position in the middle of your sternum like that, looking up. That's it. And slowly come back to your prayer position and step back. That felt amazing. That felt amazing. That is such a powerful pose. I love that one. Okay, so we're going to step forward, this time with the right leg. That's going to be parallel to our long sides of our mat, and then we're going to have our left foot is going to be in the back on an angle. We're going to bend that knee, come into the prayer position. You know what's coming. You're going to twist your body and put that elbow on the other side of your thigh, and then put your hands down. So a lot of people, I see them like this, like, and if you just push the top hand into the bottom hand, that elbow is going to push into the thigh and help you twist more and give you stability. And slowly coming out of there. Woo! That felt so good. Let's do, I think we need to go to our pranayama. It's so wonderful to do pranayama right here at the beach, you know? It's just like so organic with this gorgeous surf. It's wonderful. What a beautiful spot. All right, let's come into our seated position, strange leg in front, if you remembered. Sitting calmly, lengthening the sides. Let's go ahead and take your fingertip and put it on your hip bone. Put your thumb on the bottom of your rib cage and stretch that lower L1 through 5. Stretch that up. Breathing deeply through the sides of the rib cage. You can put your hands like fists, like this, and see if you can breathe sideways through your ribs. Yes. Boy, this is a special spot. You know, we're at the very tip of Long Island. Like, Long Island is like a fish coming, like if New York is this way, it's going east, and there's like a South Fork and a North Fork, and the South Fork is where the Hamptons is, and we are right here at the very end of Long Island. It's an absolutely beautiful spot. Let's inhale this beautiful beach air, shall we? Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling, and just feeling that the sides of the rib cage expanding. It's going to give you so much more air. If you can master this, it's going to change how you breathe in your practice. Inhaling, exhaling deeply.
And today we're gonna experience the float, and it's what I call the float in between when you inhale and when you exhale. Each time you do one of these exhalations or inhalations, there's a bit of a float. Your body sort of waits until it triggers again the opposite thing. So if you inhale, then there's like a slight pause until you get the impulse to exhale. And after you exhale, there's a slight pause until you inhale again. So see if you can feel that as you inhale. You're not actually, hi puppy. Oh. But as you inhale, see if you can feel that float. So you inhale. Then there's this moment of sort of a little pause, and then the exhalation occurs. Then there's a little pause, and then the inhalation occurs. I discovered this while I was trying to learn how to sing, because I kept holding my breath, like I would be like sort of tensing my throat. If you can sort of suspend your breath in between, instead of feeling like I'm holding my breath, I'm just waiting. I'm sort of suspending, and then and again down here, it's less time here. Somehow there's more of a panic when you don't have oxygen in. As you've exhaled, there's a panic, and there's more of an immediate push. So this part is a little bit higher, and this part is a little bit lower, I think, in terms of those times. So just see if you can inhale deeply. Feel that suspension. Exhale deeply. Feel that little bit of suspension as you exhale. Very calming, isn't it? It's so wonderful that we can join with this involuntary thing that's going on. We have no control over our breath. I mean, in terms of breathing every day, it's something involuntary. It just happens, and then we join with it, and we can direct it. It's very profound in that way. Let's go ahead and come onto our backs. I'm going to head face here, but put your head at the end of your mat, and then you're going to just come onto your back with your knees bent, and we're going to take the right knee, hugging it in. Hugging it in. We're going to do a lot of twisting today. Let's take the left hand and put it on the outside of the right knee. We're going to take the right hand. It's going to come down into sort of a T formation, straight out from the shoulder, and then push that knee over to the side. Inhaling deeply through the nostrils. Bring the knee back into the center. Let it go down. Let's take the left knee. We're going to take the right hand, put it on the outside of the left knee. Left arm is going to go out in the T formation. Push that knee. Now make sure you look to the opposite direction. That's going to complete that spiral. Like how we began the class. Remember how we were twisting and we were holding our eye in the corner of the eye? That's what we were doing. Doing the same thing again. And bring the knees back up. Let's bring both knees back up. We're going to let the legs just sort of hang up in the sky. If you want to, you can go up into your full shoulder stand. Just for like a minute. Now, a lot of people, they have their feet over their head, and you know what? That puts more weight on your neck, actually. If you can bring the feet back to where they are over the hips, it's going to be less pressure. It's a little scarier because, you know, you don't want your feet to be going back that way. But now all the weight, do you see how the weight is going straight down through my elbows? And we're going to slowly come down, rounding the back, keeping the knees deeply bent. Gently guide yourself up to seated, and hopefully with that strange leg in the front. Let's take a moment to bring our hands together in Namaskar Mudra. Inhaling deeply through the nostrils, slight smile on the lips. I invite you to acknowledge yourself because you've just created an undeniable demonstration of your love for your health and your body. And when you take care of yourself, you can help others. Rubbing the hands together, heating up the palms. Bring the warm palms over the closed eyes. Inhale deeply through the nostrils, lengthening the back of the neck. Giving myself a hypnotic suggestion that all day today I will keep the back of my neck long. I am going to sit up straight. I'm going to have nice posture. Let's program ourselves for the day. Inhale deeply through the nostrils one last time. Exhale as you let your hands come down and your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing 30 minutes of your eternal now with me. I really appreciate it. See you tomorrow at 6:30, same thing. This was day 32. Tomorrow will be day 33. Wow, we're getting close to the end. Namaste.